Picture this, a massive crack slicing through a continent, paving the way for a brand new ocean. Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? Stay with me, because what's unfolding in East Africa is beyond imagination, and it's reshaping our planet as we speak. Ready to uncover a geological mystery that will leave you speechless? Let's dive in. Deep in the heart of Ethiopia, the earth is anything but still. Violent tremors shake the ground, tearing open cracks that stretch for miles. Molten rocks surge from below, glowing red against the night sky, while volcanoes rumble with raw power. This isn't a plot of a disaster movie, it's the East African Rift, a colossal fracture in Earth's crust that's growing every year. Scientists are buzzing with excitement because this rift could one day give birth to a new ocean, splitting Africa into two distinct land masses. But what is driving this incredible phenomenon? Is it a random act of nature or a part of a grand design written in Earth's history? Let's explore what makes this geological drama so captivating and why it's grabbing headlines worldwide. This isn't some far-off fantasy, it's happening across East Africa, in a region stretching over 3,000 kilometers from the desolate region in Ethiopia all the way down to Mozambique's lush plains. At the epicenter lies the Afar Depression, one of the hottest, lowest, and most otherworldly places on the planet. Imagine a landscape where the ground steams of volcanic heat, scarred by deep fissures that seem to pulse with life. Have you ever heard of a place where the earth feels like it's breathing? That's Afar. From towering cliffs to sprawling valleys, this rift is reshaping entire landscapes right before our eyes. But where is this all heading? Could waters from the Red Sea or Indian Ocean one day flood these cracks, turning deserts into seas? Keep watching to see how the pieces of this puzzle come together and what it means for the future. Let's travel back to September 2005, a moment that changed everything. In Ethiopia's Afar region, the ground was rocked by over 130 earthquakes in just 1 week. The tremors weren't subtle, they tore the earth apart, creating fissures that swallowed fields and roads. Then, on September 26, the Dabaha volcano erupted with fury, spewing molten rock across the landscape and forcing thousands to abandon their homes. Villages were shattered, and the land itself was reborn in chaos. But here's the twist, this wasn't a one-off catastrophe. Those quakes and eruptions were just the opening notes of a symphony that's been playing for millions of years, and it's far from over. When will this transformation reach its climax? Will it take millions of years, or could changes come sooner than we think? Why was this moment in 2005 a turning point, and what does it tell us about Earth's restless soul? So, why is Africa splitting apart like a cosmic jigsaw puzzle? It all comes down to Earth's untamed nature. Beneath the surface, two gigantic tectonic plates, the Nubian and Somali, are locked in a slow-motion battle, pulling away from each other in a geological tug-of-war. As they drift apart, magma from the planet's molten core rises to fill the gaps, hardening into fresh crust that stretches the land like skin being pulled tight. Think of it as Earth shedding its old self to reveal something entirely new. This isn't just about rocks moving, it's history unfolding in real time. The same forces that shattered supercontinents like Pangaea millions of years ago, giving us the Atlantic Ocean, are at work again in East Africa. But why does this matter to us? Because this rift isn't just reshaping the ground, it's rewriting the future for ecosystems, climates, and millions of lives. Curious about how this could change the world? Don't go anywhere, because the story gets even wilder. The East African Rift isn't just cracking, it's alive with energy. Frequent earthquakes jolt the region, splitting the ground with relentless force. Fissures widen year by year, while volcanoes like Ethiopia's Erta-Ale erupt, painting the sky with fiery glows. Magma creeps into these cracks, cooling to form new land, while gravity tugs massive chunks of crust downward, carving out deep valleys and iconic lakes like Tanganyika and Malawi. Scientists are tracking every move with cutting-edge tools, satellites, seismic sensors, watching the Somali plate in the southeast and the Nubian plate creep northwest, millimeter by millimeter. How does this gradual split transform into a vast ocean? Over millions of years, these cracks will grow wide enough for seawater to pour in, turning parched deserts into a shimmering sea. This story isn't just about shifting plates and molten rock, it's about people. Millions of them living along the rift, from Ethiopia to Tanzania. Farmers depend on the fertile valleys for crops. Communities flourish beside life-giving lakes. Herders roam the open plains. But as the earth shifts, their futures hang in the balance. Earthquakes shatter homes. Volcanic eruptions threaten livelihoods. And the distant promise of rising waters could one day force entire villages to relocate. Yet these communities are nothing if not resilient, adapting to a planet that never sits still. Scientists, too, are key players, racing to unlock the rift's secrets with every tremor and eruption. Who will steer the course of this changing landscape? Nature's unstoppable forces or humanity's ingenuity? That's the question we're unraveling as we head toward the climax of this incredible story. Here's where things get mind-blowing. The East African Rift isn't slowing down, it's charging toward a future we can barely imagine. In 5 to 10 million years, East Africa could be unrecognizable. Somalia, Ethiopia, and Djibouti might break away, forming a massive island rivaling Madagascar. Kenya and Tanzania could boast brand-new coastlines, with marine life thriving where deserts now bake under the sun. But what happens in the years between now and then? Could volcanic activity surge, reshaping the land overnight? Might climate shifts bring lush rains to some areas and droughts to others? Parts of the rift, like the Afar Depression, are already below sea level, widening by millimeters each year. What will this new ocean look like when it finally arrives? Stay with me to the end for a glimpse into a future that's closer than you think. You might be wondering, this is fascinating, but it's millions of years away. Why should I care today? Here's the answer. The East African Rift is a window into Earth's raw, untamed power. It's a reminder that our planet is alive, constantly reshaping itself in ways both subtle and dramatic. The lakes and valleys forming now sustain millions of lives, but they'll vanish when the ocean floods in. New ecosystems will emerge, bringing opportunities and challenges we can't yet predict. This story ties us to Earth's ancient past, when Pangea's breakup birthed the Atlantic, and points to a future where nothing stays the same. It's a tale of resilience, adaptation, and the forces that sculpt our world. Curious about what other surprises Earth has in store? The answers are unfolding one tremor at a time, right beneath our feet. So what's the fate of East Africa?